So welcome, my name is Rob Brussolo from BJ Ball Group. Got Kelly Mood up the back, which is our digital media specialist. My role within BJ Ball is to manage the digital strategy for BJ Ball Group, which involves the Icon digital paper brands and our IT platform to our customer portals. So what I'm going to be showing you today is going a bit about each tab. Now we're mainly going to concentrate on the Larkin Simon, which is an integrated workflow management system that hopefully improves your working capital and your management around stock management. So we've launched the portal about 12 months ago, and it's been a huge success. We've probably got about 15 to 20% of our customers online so far. Now this is a big shift compared to traditional merchanting, because the way we traditionally did business was picking up the phone, by fax, by email. So a bit about BJ Ball Group. We came together about 2.5 years ago with the likes of Focus Paper, Edward Dunlop Paper, CPI Graphics, CPI Paper, Boomerang Paper, and Rally. So all of those groups have come together and to create one entity called BJ Ball Group. Now under the groups we've got a couple of different divisions, one including being the digital Icon digital paper brand. So what I'm going to be showing you today is a bit about the portal. Now if you've seen this before, this is an upgraded portal, so this is a test site. This will be launched on the 25th of October, so the out-of-the-box seminar today, we'll be showing people for the first time what the new portal is going to look like. So part of the tabs are going to be the same, but what we're going to be showing you today is going to be the Icon Simon model. So just to take you through the home page of the BJ Ball portal, this is going to be a little bit different. So is anyone on the portal already? No one? Good, starting fresh. So what this is the home page. So any orders that you place online, you get to track to your door. So any orders that you place over the phone or by fax or by email, we don't have the ability to show you where it is. So if it's done online, then you get to track it, let's say from our warehouse to your door. So obviously this improves, I guess, your production schedule for planning your jobs and planning your, let's say, your day-to-day work of printing. So a bit about the portal. So this is our home screen. What we have is our inquiries tab. So this is purely another way of communicating with the BJ Ball staff. So on this list, this shows everyone within our business. So if you wanted to speak to Rob, you get to see Rob and say test. So if I do test and says send inquiry, now we'll be able to see who the message is from, because you'll have a unique username and password in which we'll be able to see who sent it. So this will then go to my phone, I'll be able to reply back. Let's say if I'm in a meeting, it's just another way of communicating, let's say with BJ Ball Group.
Well, is that integrated with Outlook as well? It's a completely separate system.
No, it's linked in with Outlook as well.
So it's your Outlook?
Yeah, it comes to our Outlook on our phones and our tablet devices, and then we'll message back. So it'll be it's a chat room, so you'll be able to follow the conversations
On Outlook as well as within...
Only on the portal. So we'll receive it on Outlook.
Okay, from our point of view, you've got to go to the portal.
Yep, and then we log on and then send the communication back. So obviously there's different ways of communicating. Let's say if you're busy and you've got 2 minutes, you can send a quick message, can I get a price, or what stocks works through this machine. So with the downloaded favourites, so with the portal you have the ability to download your statements, your price books, specials lists. So if you've got a particular file that you want that you look at regularly, you can use the downloads button and bring it to your front page, so you get to see it immediately. So we've just had the ability to put PDF price books on our portal system. So rather than waiting for a rep, let's say, to come around and give you a hard copy price book, this is up to date and in live time. So if we give you a price, we'll download it onto the portal and you'll be able to see it within the next minute. So with the expected orders, this is where you track your orders. So Larkin Simon is an integrated workflow system. You can place X stock orders through the portal, which you get to follow through expected orders. Stock alerts, so this is if you change any products within the icon assignment, if you increase your volume or decrease your volume for what you have physically on your shelf. And then expected replenishments is if you hit your minimum level for icon assignment, which I'll soon explain, you'll be able to follow it and track it through your home portal. So we've got many of the different tabs up here. So what we're going to be concentrating on is obviously our icon consignment. So icon consignment means integrated consignment. So what we do is we provide a rack, if you require a rack, with stock on a consignment basis, with rack labels, and obviously what products you guys require in a month. So what we do, we provide you with just over a month's worth of stock. Any more, obviously, it doesn't benefit us because it's money, our money on the floor. You don't pay for it until you scan it. So who really carries stock on the floor? Everyone?
Yeah.
So you paid for that stock, yeah? So what we're proposing is that we provide you with a rack, we provide you with what stocks you guys use in a month, and we take all of that cost that you have on your floor out. So obviously if you've got $5,000 worth of stock on the floor that you're not using, you'd probably prefer to put that $5,000 into somewhere else in your business. So you say, oh, why would a merchant do this? Because obviously it's a lot of money if we start putting stock on everyone's floor. Whether it's on our floor or whether it's on your floor, it doesn't matter. So we're going to deliver it within the month or hopefully within a couple of months. So merchants struggled in the past with delivering to small format printers because of minimum orders. The cost to service digital printers is extremely high, and therefore people implement things like administration charges or minimum order values which small printers can't absorb. So if, let's say you've got a $100 job and you've got to buy a $300 minimum worth of stock, it doesn't work because there goes all your profit and you've got to keep product on your shelf until next time. So therefore we've come up with a system where, and it's all customised, so if you've got a rack already, you don't need a rack, that's fine. If you have a phone already with a QR code, that's fine, we don't have to give you a phone. But if you don't have any of these things, then we're quite happy to provide you with custom racks. So we've got a 1.5 metre and a 2 metre. We do an analysis on your business with what you go through over a month or a 3-month period. We average it out, and that's what we set the minimum maximum levels. So what we do, we set, I guess, a minimum level and a maximum level. As soon as you consume stock, so there's 2 ways of consuming stock. Everyone know what a QR reader is? Yep. So each unique QR code is unique to this particular product. So 2 ways of consuming stock. One is either through your iPhone, where let's say I'm going to use this one. So if I want to use, let's say, 2 packs of the Sumo laser. So you've got to log in for the first time throughout the day. This figures out who's using the stock on your shelf, plus it gives us an indication of who's consuming the stock. So anyone who is consuming stock, we'd recommend has a unique username and password. It just gives us full traceability, plus the owners of the business full traceability of who's consuming stock, because at the end of the day it's all money, yeah? So if I log on, excuse me, and I log on. So by logging on for the first time, it lasts, didn't work.
Haven't paid the bill.
Haven't paid the bill. So I'll do it a different way. So that'll log on for the first time, that'll last for 12 hours. So from there, then you don't need to keep scanning and logging on. From here, you type in how many packs you use. So if I, let's say, use 2 packs, scan it, type in 2 packs, put it in your press, and then you use it. So that'll then go off your level in the system. So the second way of consuming stock, let's say of Sumo. So I've got 8 packets there. So the second way is by clicking on this shopping trolley. So it'll come up with this. So it's all done in per packs. It's not done in sheets. As soon as you open a pack, we deem that as consumed. So if I've got 8 packs and I'm using 2, let's say reference is Rob. I'm going to press consume. So where are we? Page 2. That'll then go to 6. So that'll be taken off automatically in live time. So because I've got the minimum quantity 4 and a maximum of 8, I've got 6 on the floor. It hasn't triggered a replenishment until I get to the minimum. So if I do that again, and I'm going to consume 4 packets. I'm going to say Rob 2, consume. You'll see here, so I've got currently 2 on the floor, and it's automatically triggered a replenishment of 6. So it'll be the difference between your minimum and maximum levels. So from here, a notification will be sent to us to replenish your stock back up to your maximum, and that'll cover all of your products. So from here, the reason why we don't just replenish that 6 packets is we reduce our deliveries. So people who have implemented this system have taken their deliveries. We did one case study recently where they were getting 20 deliveries a month. Now they're getting 2 deliveries a month, and they've saved 15 minutes on every delivery, an average, because they were so busy they would have a row of trucks coming and doing deliveries, and it's wasted time for your storeman or your production manager for unloading trucks. So from here, there's that's the 2 ways of consuming stock. Now, you have full transparency over your uses, so probably the best way would be to put a job number or reference number against what you're going to use. So as you can see here, this gives us full visibility about what you use for throughout the day, so you can cross-reference it against what jobs it's going towards. So deliveries, so this is a test site, so we don't have any deliveries here, but what we've got, if you order stock through the Larkin Simon system, you still have full transparency over where the stock is. So as soon as a replenishment's been triggered, you get to trace it from whether it's being picked at our warehouse or whether it's on a truck or whether it's been delivered. Let me check this aircon. Excuse me 1 second. Just got to click it on. So with this is our Larkin Simon setup. So you have the option of potentially, if you don't want to use the rack and you want to print out your own QR code, let's say you use copy paper and you use pallets of it, and you don't necessarily want to double handle it and put it on the rack. So what you can do here is you can print out your own QR code by clicking on that, print out a QR code and stick it on a wall. So it just saves you double handling it, let's say, onto a rack. If you put it next to your machine, the guys will scan out a QR code for your copy paper. So for instance, another good functionality for the portal is that you can edit your stocks. So let's say you've got a job which requires more stock per month for a 150 gram gloss. You have the ability to adjust your stocks, which is good. So I guess if you have a minimum of 3 and you're using, let's say, 6 packets a week, you have the ability to increase it up so you don't have as regular orders coming through. Questions so far? Nope. Good system, bad system? Potentials? Merit. So I guess what the whole system is only as good as how you guys use it. So what we do, we don't charge you. There's no minimum orders or fees to set this up, and we don't set this up to everyone. We currently have a couple of hundred of these out in the Australian market in the past 8 months, and it's going extremely well. So we've only pulled one out, and that was because the company's gone bankrupt. But the people who have used it, and we had a couple in the previous session, they absolutely love it because they've improved their workflow dramatically. So this is a really good way that you look at your whole production flow, and we don't dump this into your business and walk away. We literally work with you to say where the rack should go, similar to your press, so you don't step as or carry it as too far. We try to improve your efficiencies. A lot of our businesses have actually knocked down walls and reset their whole production plant so this can go closer to. Yep.
We take 2 packs off, we load it in the tray, we forget to scan it.
Yep. So that's why I say it's only as good as the users, but you'll soon realise that, say, when you go to scan it the next time and you say, I'm showing 4 and I've only got 2, then you'll probably need to say, look, I haven't scanned it. So our reps still come around once a month and we'll check your stock levels and obviously do a count on the tablets. But we would recommend that, like any consignment, that you can do random checks, and it's a process issue. So that's why it's not usually a common process for you to scan stocks every job. It'll be, and some people do it in different ways. So we've got some customers with scan every week and they do a stock count every week. Some do it every month. Probably the best way would be to do it every job, because then you have you know exactly what's on the shelf at that current time. It's also a good way that you can log in from home. So how many of you have a job for the next morning and it's a rush job at night and they give you a purchase order and you don't know how much stock you got on the floor? Does it happen? So I guess this is a way that you can log in from home. You can see exactly how much stock you got on the floor, and then as soon as you have a first job in the morning, you can take the stock off, scan it, put it in the press, and off you go. So I guess it's not a one size fits all. If you already have a rack, let's say in your business, or you have certain products, what we usually do is we match pricing for this against the current stock. Obviously, from our benefit is because we save on deliveries. It's going to cost us the same amount of money delivering, whether it's 10,000 sheets on a consignment or 10,000 sheets for an order. So, from a business point of view, we're very much keen to partner our clients. This isn't for everyone, and we don't offer this system to everyone. So let's say we don't deal with Phoenix businesses, that's part of our company policy. We deal with our partners, and we invest in our partners so they can improve their business. So, any questions?
So when you say that, we're not a client of yours at the moment, so when you say your partners, you're not a partner now?
So we would come out and we do, let's say, an analysis on the business. So to find out a bit more about your business, obviously we because it's a consignment arrangement, it is a risk for us. So obviously once we do all of the checks and we're quite happy to do business, that's when we'd implement the iConsignment. So we only implement iConsignment to account customers, not COD businesses for a reason, and then we start building that history and the relationship up. So happy to have a chat to you later, and then we can maybe see how, I guess, the iConsignment can benefit your business. If it doesn't, that's fine. There's no cost involved in the iConsignment, and if it doesn't work, we pull it out. So we only implement the iConsignments unless it's going to work for your business. So, but so far we've had a couple of hundred in 8 months around the country, and it's going extremely well. So
if you want some stock which is not on your part of your iConsignment, you still order through the website?
Yeah, absolutely. So We've got a new order platform which you have through here, and you can place your orders. So we've got a specific digital range, and you can place your orders through that. So it's got all of your pricing. Yes.
Is the Larkin Simon only digital, or is it commercial as well?
No, it's commercial as well. So we've got we have an ink division, which currently have a lot of their inks on the Larkin Simon and folio sheets. So as long as we've got a SKU number and a QR code, we can do anything. So we deal with a couple of trade businesses, and we do flagged pallets. So we have a QR code specifically for a flagged pallet, and they keep 10 pallets, and it's just a different unit of measure. They would have 5 pallets as a minimum, 10 pallets as a maximum. Once they trigger that level, it just replenishes.
Is delivery next day?
Yeah, next day. Yep. So we got a fleet of 14 trucks in Sydney. Are you from Sydney? Sorry. Yep. So we got a fleet of 14 trucks that travel around Sydney twice daily. So.
But you wouldn't reorder every time we get down below a trigger point. You'd aggregate it together, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So if you hit your minimum level on one SKU, we replenish everything back up to the top to minimise our deliveries.
Oh.
So we don't. Otherwise, it defeats the whole purpose of. Fine. you should have seen pack print. So yeah, it's all about efficiencies, and if we can't do it, then there's no point in putting it in. But everyone so far sees the benefits in it. So, questions? No? Good.
Business card now.
Yes, sure. So, happy to discuss further. It probably takes about an hour to go through the whole portal. So in 20 minutes, it's pretty quick. So, but we really come down, we do an analysis on your business to see, let's say where we put it in, how many racks we put in, what stocks you use. So it's not just here's a rack and here's some stock and see you later. It's what's your workflow like? How can we improve it? So there's some printed samples here on Konica's. We've got a compatibility guide over there. We've got a couple of really good products, new magnetic products for dry toners. Some suction products, synthetic. So there's some really good products that we've just brought out literally this month. So have a look through. There's more printed samples down there on the bench. Thank you.